Hello class, this is College English 1, and today we will be doing Unit 10 in your student books. And I also want to remind you that we will be doing the final speaking test by video call. So I will give you my Kakao Talk ID, and then when you guys are ready, we can start doing it next week if you want, because I have so many students that I need to talk to. If you guys want, we can start doing the final speaking test next week and also the following week. So if you guys want, you can text me on Monday or after that, and we can start doing the video calls. Just send me a photo of the script that you guys want to choose, right? Send me a photo of the script that you want to do, right? If you like the Unit 10 script, you can do Unit 10 script, right? Just make it about you and your partner. And then you guys can say the speaking test with your partner, one of your classmates from your class. And if you can't find someone from your class, then you can do it with me, okay? All right, so start thinking about which one you want to do. Okay, so today we'll do Unit 10. Okay, we'll talk about cities today. Okay, so we'll take a look at the vocabulary first. All right, so you guys look at the photos, and I will say the words, and then you guys can repeat it. Okay, so listen and repeat. Okay, so the first city is modern, right? A very new city, new buildings and new streets, right? We say that's a modern city. Okay, and then 2 is charming, right? Like a pretty city. Okay, that maybe has historic, traditional buildings. We say it is charming. Okay, 3, crowded. Okay, when there's many people in the city. Okay, we say it's crowded. Okay, exciting. Okay, noisy, historic, beautiful, safe. Okay. So for part 2, let's use the vocabulary to make the sentence and to complete the sentences, complete the descriptions. Okay, so number 1, there is a lot of traffic on the streets. Okay, D, this city is very noisy. Okay, number 2, Tokyo has very little crime. Okay, it's a safe city. There are a lot of fun things to do in Buenos Aires. Okay, it's really exciting. All right. There are a lot of people on the streets. Okay, it's really crowded. And Brasilia doesn't have many historic buildings. Okay. Okay, it's a modern city. Modern. Okay, let's do part C. You guys can practice your listening. Okay, so listen to people talking about different cities. Okay, number the cities from 1 through 4. Okay. So I will read it, and you guys can listen. Okay, so just tell me the city that I talk about first, second, third, and fourth. Okay, 1. So tell me about London. What's it like? Oh, I love it. It's very old and historic, and it's really beautiful too. Okay, 2. Is Ho Chi Minh City a big place? Oh yeah, that's why I like it. It's a big city, and it's very crowded. A lot of people everywhere. It's a really interesting place. 3. So how was it? Excellent. Bangkok is a big, noisy city, but it's very exciting, and it's not very expensive. 4. So what is Quebec City like? Well, it's a small city. You can walk everywhere, and it's really safe. Oh, it's very charming. And it isn't noisy at all. Okay, so number 1 should be London, 2, Ho Chi Minh City, 3, Bangkok, and 4, Quebec City. Okay, let's do part D. Listen again. Which adjectives do people use to describe the cities? Okay, check the correct answers. There is more than one answer for each item. Okay, so how are the cities described? Okay, we'll start with number 1. Okay, so tell me about London. What's it like? Oh, I love it. It's very old and historic, and it's really beautiful too. Okay, 2. Is Ho Chi Minh City a big place? Oh yeah, that's why I like it. It's a big city, and it's very crowded. A lot of people everywhere. It's a really interesting place. 3. So how was it? Excellent. Bangkok is a big, noisy city, but it's very exciting and it's not very expensive. 4. So what is Quebec City like? Well, it's a small city. You can walk everywhere and it's really safe. Oh, it's very charming and it isn't noisy at all. Okay, so let's check the adjectives for London. Okay, you should have old, historic, beautiful. Okay, for Ho Chi Minh City, big, crowded, interesting. Okay, and for Bangkok, big, noisy, exciting. And Quebec City, small, safe, charming. Okay, let's continue. We'll take a look at the speaking page. Okay, we'll look at part A. Match questions with the correct answer to make a conversation. Okay, so we'll start with number 1. Speaker A, how was your vacation? B, it was great. Okay, I went to Hong Kong. Okay, can you guys try to do number 2 and 3? Okay, take a couple of minutes. All right, and when you finish, you can check your answers. Okay, 2. Wow, Hong Kong? Yes, it's a really exciting city. I had lots of fun. What did you do there? Oh, I shopped a lot and went to some great restaurants. Okay, let's do part B. Listen to the conversation, then practice with a partner. Okay, so Ron and Keiko are having a conversation. Okay, hi Keiko, how was your vacation? It was wonderful. I went to San Francisco. Wow, what's it like? Oh, it's a really interesting city and very charming. What did you do there? Well, I walked around and saw different neighborhoods. I saw the Golden Gate Bridge, rode on the cable cars, and I went out to eat a lot. How was the food? It was great, especially the fish. All right. Okay, so can you practice this conversation with your partner, right? And try to make the conversation about you, right? So you can do it with your partner. So if Sehi's your partner, if it's Sehi and Jihei, oh, hi, Sehi, how was your vacation? Oh, it was wonderful. I went to Jeju. Wow, what's it like? Oh, it's a really interesting island, okay, and very beautiful, okay, very charming. Okay, so guys, you want to make it about you, right? Make the conversation about you. Right, and this is what we're going to do for the speaking test also, right? You're going to make one of these conversations about you and your partner. Okay, so practice that with a partner or by yourself at home. Okay, make a conversation. And then when you finish, you guys can write it down for part C. Okay, so how was your vacation? Okay, it was amazing. I went to Kyoto. Wow, what's it like? Oh, it's very charming. What did you do there? Okay, I went sightseeing, or I took photos of historic buildings. Okay, so you guys make the conversation about somewhere that you went. Okay, you can pause the video here. Okay, and when you finish, we'll go ahead and do page 64. We'll take a look at the grammar page. Okay, listen and repeat. Okay, So I'll say the sentences in the box, and then you guys can repeat. Okay. So, okay, WH questions with past of be. Okay. Okay, so where were you last week? Okay, where were you last week? I was in Kuala Lumpur. How long were you there? I was there for 5 days. Why were you there? I was there on vacation. When were you there? I was there last summer. What was the weather like? It was wonderful. What were the people like? They were very friendly. Okay. So let's try some practice with part B. Let's complete the questions. Okay, use the answers to help you. Okay. So number 1, when were they in Guam? Okay, they were there a year ago. Okay. Please try 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, you guys can pause the video. And when you finish, we'll check your answers. Okay. So 2, how long were you in Peru? I was there for 2 years. 3, what was the weather like? It was great. 4, what were the parks like? They were beautiful. Where were they last weekend? They were in Mexico. Okay. And then for part C, I hope you guys can try to practice with a partner. Okay, if not, do it yourself. Okay, so ask questions and give answers. Okay, we'll look at the example first. So where was Liz last week? Okay, she was in Boston. What was the weather like? Okay, it was cold. Okay, it was cold. Okay, so for number 1, you could say, oh, where was David last week? He was in Melbourne. Okay, what were the people like? Okay, we could say, oh, they were friendly, right? They were friendly. Okay, can you try to do the other ones? Try to talk with your partner or just practice it alone. Okay, stop the video or pause the video. Okay, and when you finish, we'll check your answers. Okay, so 2, where was Lily last week? She was in Dallas. Okay, what was the weather like? Okay, it was nice. Where was Lena last week? She was in Sao Paulo. What was the food like? Okay, it was great. Where was Ben last week? He was in Washington, D.C. Okay, what were the museums like? They were interesting. Okay, where was Molly last week? She was in Montreal. What was the weather like? It was rainy. Okay, where was Carlos last week? He was in Kyoto. What was the what were the stores like? They were expensive. Okay, so before you watch part 2, please try doing the homework first, Unit 10. Okay, please do page 56. Okay, you can skip 57, you can skip it. And please do pages 58 and 59. Okay, and remember when we video call later on Kakao, I'll be checking your homework, your workbook pages. So show me the pages so I can see that you guys did it. Okay, thank you. Okay, just a moment for part 2.